Hey, Natsu here. Today I'm going to do part 1 of what if Deku had the powers of the Violet Lantern Corps. In the last part I ended the entrance exam, so now we can start to actually go for the first day of school. So, first things first, I've checked it back and Mina having one for all, I decided to lower her power a bit because I've basically been thinking a bit about it, and yeah, I think reducing her capacity to use one roll to 12% would be a lot more. Wait, no. Limiting her use of one for all to 12% would be good. Yeah, that's it. So, um, yeah, so she will, um, her full access to it is 12%. Like, if she goes at maximum, because yeah, she was pretty strong, yes, but not to the point of having the same training as Deku and actually getting to the point I had put her before. So yeah, that's one change. Um and yes, basically that's pretty much it for the changes. So um now Deku arrives at school on the first day and enters class, and just like in the original, there is one person only missing. This time, instead of being Ochako missing, it's going to be Mina. Reason for that is that All Might decided to talk to her before she actually goes to class, making her a bit late. And I'm just making Ochako arrive a bit earlier so that she's already there before Deku enters. So basically, entering um, conversation that happens is basically the same until Mina arrives, which All Might, what he wanted to talk to her about was Deku directly. In fact, um, he wanted to explain to her a bit better what he looked like, because I think I explained that All Might told her about the kid that he had in mind before, but he wasn't able to find him. And he basically told her that the kid actually got the highest score. So, um, he wanted, he wanted her to basically keep an eye on him for the first date, because from what he knew of Deku's power, yeah, it was pretty strong and it looked pretty good, but he doesn't know basically if there's more to it. So basically that, um, which means that after basically um, entering class, she sees Deku basically not using his power, but still having the same description, except without the pinkish aura around him. So, um, that basically um, makes her ask, "Are you Izuku Midoriya, the guy who had the high score?" To not basically just kind of go straight for, um, yeah, All Might taught me about you, well, told me about you. So, Deku says, yeah, and she basically presents herself and explains that his power must be great to have the first score, right? Which he basically then explains his abilities. So Pink Lantern stuff, flights, super strength, super speed, resistance to fire, cold, electricity. Um, they have a better resistance to gravity than basically most people as well, because they can pass from planet to planet and they don't seem to be affected. Basically, as if they automatically get adjusted to feel as if the planet had the same gravity as their home planet or something like that. So basically, meaning that that he doesn't explain it, but yeah, basically that's in his power. So gravity doesn't really affect him that much. Gravity are extremely strong, like let's say the pull of the sun, which is pretty freaking massive for a gravitational force. That still forces him down, but normally it's not strong enough to basically do that much. Like a black hole basically sucks in a lantern automatically, except for those that can teleport, which basically they can all open portals to basically a hidden dimension. But there are three specific lantern colors that actually allows you to teleport. Well, just teleport actually. Pink Lantern can teleport to their true love, the one they truly love in that instant. Um, the Indigo Lantern, basically one of their powers is just to teleport with other people. They still have a limit, but the limit's kind of depending on the strength they have in that moment and the amount of power they have left in their rings. Deku will have that later in my Indigo Lantern Deku. So I don't remember which one is the other one. I think it's White Lantern, which I will not do. White and Black Lantern Deku will not be done, at least for now. But yeah, basically I think those are the three. Since White Lanterns have the power of every other lanterns, just boosted to 11. So yeah, it's kind of normal they have it. So yeah, basically he explains his power, flight, super strength, super speed, resistance to different stuff, light constructs, um, and then that his power basically comes from the love he feels, and then explains that the more he feels love, no matter which kind, basically friendship love, um, family love, or love, each of them gives him a certain boost. The biggest one is true love, but still, he doesn't know that yet. He just says that the more he feels of all of them, the more he actually has, well, strength. Which does interest her because All Might asked her to go check because, well, one for all, he still knows about that. And The kids seemed interested in All Might, but not enough. He wasn't thinking that Deku might be an agent or something like that, but he wants to know what his powers are because if they are, well, if One for All could want them if he's still alive because they don't know yet. But just for if All Might just wants kind of be careful because his power is pretty great, and if it falls into the wrong hands, it could be problematic. So yeah, All Might's basically thinking like that. Um, so after he basically explained his power, everyone else was kind of amazed because that's great. That's amazing, in fact. So, not long after Aizawa enters the class, same thing as in the anime. Um, he basically says that they're going to come, well, to go change and to meet him outside. So they do. Nothing special in the changing room. So, fuck. Yeah, sorry about that. So they get outside. Aizawa throws the ball to Deku and tells him to throw the ball, which Deku does. Well, goes to do. Then Aizawa tells him, use your quirk also during that test. Which Deku then decides to just throw the ball in the air a bit and just use a laser, basically not to destroy it, but literally just to kind of throw it away. Basically sending it all the, well, practically in this, well, no, actually it leaves and the gravitational pull of the earth, basically doing like Ochako, getting infinite. With everyone looking at Deku like, what the hell? So instead of people, well, someone still says it looks fun. Well, that they are going to have fun. Um, sorry about that. So, um, Aizawa does the shit. Sorry about that. I wanted to name each of them. Um, yeah, sorry about that. So Aizawa does the same thing and sets the it looks fun. Then the one that gets last basically gets expelled. So Mina is looking at Deku with great interest in this because after that she doesn't know that All Might's right there. So she's taking great interest in it, well, in Deku's core, to basically know how strong he is to tell it to All Might. All Might is mostly watching for Mina, but still. So, the tests. Speed. Deku is faster than Ido in this. Way faster, because a lantern, yes, Deku will need to augment it, but at a certain point they can go faster than light. And when you think that what they use to attack is basically light constructs, and that's what they use to power themselves, it's kind of weird that they can go faster than that. Yeah, it's only some of them that are able to do that, if I remember correctly. But remember, they pass from planet to planet in the entire galaxy in minutes to hours, which is pretty freaking, long normally. So they can go fast. So Deku doesn't have that yet, but will be pretty powerful later. But still, he's way faster than Ida. Bakugo's not as fast as Ida, but thanks to his explosions, he can do pretty freaking good, to be honest. So, Deku, after that, well, no, after that, sorry about that. After that, it's the jump test. Deku can fly. Bakugo can kind of imitate using his explosions, making him able to get infinite as well. So those two get infinite for that one. Side to side jump. Deku basically makes light construct like trampolines or stuff like that, and basically just bounce himself from side to side. Basically doing like Mineta, but getting a better score than him because he's also able to push himself from side to side with his own power. So that's pretty good. After that, there's the grip test that he destroys, literally. Like, he boosts himself to the max of his capacity and breaks it. Oh yeah, also, I should say about Mina. For her first score, jump test, she used One for All, making her able to launch herself pretty far. After that, the speed, she was pretty good, but not as good as, let's say, Ida or Bakugo. After that, for her grip test, she got a pretty high score. I'm not going to give exact numbers for her because I actually didn't do that. Her ball throw is about a bit higher than what Deku had in the original. Reason for that is that she doesn't have it only on her fingertips. Even though it's not 100%, she has it on her whole entire arm, so at 12%, it can go pretty far. After all of that, Aizawa explains that nobody's going to get expelled, everyone's relieved. After that, Aizawa goes to check on All Might. All Might and him have the same conversation, with a slight difference. He talks about Deku and basically says that this kid's power is impressive. It's nothing like he's ever seen before. He can make light construct, he can fly using it. It's pretty powerful. So he would be a great hero. Which Aizawa says that, yeah, he's actually the reason he decided to change and not expulse Mineta. Even though his score were pretty low. But still. So The next day we have hero versus villain, which Deku's costume, remember, is only his, well, is literally just the costume of a Star Sapphire from, or the Pink Lanterns. So he just makes it himself, his clothes being over his clothes, basically making everyone just see him change like that. And so he goes with All Might, and All Might decides to talk to him directly about his power. So, um, Deku basically tells him that, yeah, his power is pretty great, but that multiple things help him get stronger. All Might tells him that he wanted to give him something when they saw each other, which Deku then kind of stressed a bit and said, "Sorry, I didn't know. I really had to do something that day, so sorry." Which All Might says that he doesn't have it anymore, but he can still explain it to him, which Izuku accepts, and All Might tells him about One for All, while nobody is there, and basically tells him that Mina has it and should, well, if anything's happened, be protected as much as possible, because she has it and it's basically the cumulative force of many people. Which Izuku basically says that, why do you tell it to me then, if it's a secret? With All Might telling him that if happens to her, I want you to try and find a way. Well, I'm going to tell her that if anything is about to happen to her and that you are close by, I want her to give it to you to make sure that at least someone strong will have it. Thanks to your power, you won't need training for you to control it. So All Might basically ends the explanation right before someone basically wait a second. Sorry about that. Whoops. No. Come on. Oh shit. No, 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 no. I lost everything. Well, no matter. So yeah. All Might basically stops explaining right after what Deku told. Well, after he told Deku that if anything were to happen, he was going to tell me not to pass it to him. Um, Deku accepted, and then they had to stop talking because others were arriving. So Deku knows about One for All. Remember that. He knows it's a secret, and Mina will know, like, a bit later, that he knows now. So, for the battles, it's the same teams. Um, so, Deku and Ochako together. Yeah, Bakugo doesn't last long against this deku, because compared to Green Lantern deku, which he doesn't actually want to kill or hurt too bad anyone that is actually alive. So this one, that Deku basically, well, Green Deku basically doesn't really attack too strongly. This one is ready to go hard, like really freaking hard. So she basically, Ochako asks Deku how they're going to do it, and Deku basically tells her that they're just going to fly up and look through the windows. Bakugo tells Ida that it's or going to be through the windows, or they're going to enter and blast through this round. So best thing would be for those two to stay here and wait for them. When the battle starts, they arrive through the windows, and Deku kind of just puts an entire wall of light between them, Bakugo, and Ida, and just kind of push them, leaving the bomb behind. And then they grab it. Everyone's just like, what the hell? Because they didn't really see that coming. And the speed he did it at was like faster than a lot of things. Like, Ida didn't even see it coming. Even if he could have, he wouldn't have been able to dodge it, but still. Deku was told that it was pretty good, it was fast, it was safe, but it didn't let Ochako actually shine in this. For Mina's one, yeah, pretty much. I think it goes the same as it did in the original. So, hope you liked it. Leave a like if you did. In the next part, I'm going to do the USJ event. So, leave a like if you did. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. I'm going to try and answer them as much as I can. And I'm going to leave a link to my Discord in the comment section. Come and join us if you want. It's pretty fun there. Natsu, out.